What's up? Mason City, Iowa? I guess. I didn't even know that was a place, but very light details on the video. It's more of a interview with the dispatch, and I just love how she's telling you about how to report everything, and yeah, they're just a call away. Here we go.
So tonight, a woman is hospitalized after being injured in a gunshot last night.
The shots were heard around 7:30 yesterday evening. KIMT News 3's Emily Boster is live in Mason City, where police spent hours working into the night.
Last night, this home behind me was taped off, and I saw several people gathered outside just to see what the commotion was about.
That glitches on the actual video. Yeah, just red coat right off the bat. It could just be her coat, but yeah, she's wearing red.
Chief Jeff Brinkley with the Mason City Police tells me that several people called 911 after hearing gunshots.
Oh, wow.
Just see one person, but you might have actually seen something that somebody else didn't. It was a busy Tuesday evening for those working to answer emergency calls.
So what she was getting cut in, I'm assuming that she was like, probably saying like, even if you think somebody else called, it's still worth calling because you might have other information that they didn't. Which obviously, if something is going on, call the police. If you think that you're gonna help the situation out. More propaganda, boosting up public services. They're just public services. I mean, they've been around for a while. People know about calling dispatch. We don't need a little like propaganda piece about it.
It's overwhelming for everybody involved. Fortunately, each
Look at this little
dispatcher is trained and ready for those moments.
See what I'm saying?
As much information possible.
Like, that could have been real, but it's just such a little like propaganda piece, in my opinion.
Actually, seen
It's
something
overwhelming.
that somebody else didn't.
Just the way she's like, it's overwhelming for us. Well, I mean, it's a dispatch job. Yeah, it's going to be demanding. You're going to hear a lot of stuff. You're going to hear domestic disputes. It's a hardening job. Why the hell are we, what the fuck,
It was a busy Tuesday evening for those working to answer emergency calls. It's overwhelming for everybody involved. Fortunately, each
Look at
dispatcher is trained and ready for those moments. Try and get as much
That was an
information
act,
possible.
right? She was like acting right there. Or it could have been a call, but she was like overacting reality. If that's how she acts in reality. I mean, can you guys agree with that? I was like, let me go back one more time, because I know some people are probably just like, what is he doing? But
it's overwhelming for everybody involved. Fortunately, each dispatcher is trained in
overacting. Overacting reality. If that's how she acts in reality, that's overacting. You're just putting too much emphasis on movements. Facial movements. You're not on daytime television. Like, just chill. It's just an interview for a news station. Like, oh my god, like this chick.
As much information possible as to what's going on scene. We paint a picture for our officers and our emergency responders heading to that scene.
Whether it's this case or any questionable situation, Paul Mateer says if you hear or see anything worth calling about, do so.
If you don't know the address, give a description as to where you're at, landmarks, stuff like that. That's very important. If we don't have your location, we don't know where to send them.
People who knew something about shooting from hearing it's reporting, I bet we talked to 45 people last night.
Mason City Police aren't releasing a lot of information at this time.
Wow.
But we know one woman is being treated for a gunshot wound at the University of Iowa's hospital. Chief Jeff Brinkley tells us there's no immediate danger to the public.
Last night, you could just tell. You could tell the dispatcher's voice over the radio when the call goes out. Multiple calls.
Multiple shots. Multiple calls. Multiple shots. This is intense. Holy shit, dude. They're a cop and they got a call? Oh my gosh. This is like full on. This is crazy, dude. Did you hear this?
You could just tell. You tell the dispatcher's voice over the radio when the call goes out.
Multiple shots. Oh, multiple calls, multiple shots.
Brinkley says there's
real shooting.
It's a real shooting, not a fake one. Let's just make that clear. All right? There's multiple calls, multiple shots. So, you know you're responding to a real shooting. As opposed to what? You guys run drills or something? I don't get it.
Over the radio when the call goes out. Multiple calls, multiple shots. You're going to a real shooting.
Brinkley says there's
As opposed to what? Like I just said, what other kind of shootings are there? I mean, unless you guys run drills, like I just said, do you guys go to fake shootings? I mean, when would the dispatch ever say on her radio, multiple shots, multiple calls in? Oh yeah, on the way there. I just forgot that it's a drill though. It's a drill. It's fake. Of course, when you hear anything on the radio, it's a real thing, right? I mean, I've done lifeguarding before. When we don't goof around on the radio saying someone's drowning in front of the stand 3. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding.
no suspect at this to the public.
Last night, you could just tell. You tell the dispatcher's voice over the radio when the call goes out. Multiple calls, multiple shots. You're going to a real shooting.
Brinkley says there's
So, like, I'm just baffled. You can just tell by the way the dispatcher says. Why? Because as the dispatcher said something in a joking voice before that there was a shooting that may or may not have been real. I'm still kind of a little bit like confused at that statement, but yeah, we'll continue here.
no suspect at this time, and they haven't found a
They
weapon.
love climbing on the
Doesn't
roofs
believe
for
it's an
whatever
attempted
reason.
murder or a domestic dispute.
This isn't Mason City. This isn't us. This isn't our community, and this isn't how we solve problems. And I really think this kind of violence is still not commonplace here, and I don't think people around here want it to be commonplace.
Wow.
Brinkley tells me he doesn't know if the shots were inside or outside. He says several details are still needing to be worked out.
Out of all the people that called, no one could say, like, oh, they were inside, outside. I mean, I don't know. 45 people were interviewed. Give me a fucking break. This is like a phantom event. They might have had a couple blanks shot off. Fake fucking ambulance. Yeah.
If you have any information on the shooting, please call Mason City Police. Their number is listed on our website, KIMT.com.
Yeah, they're working overtime, but yeah, if you have any information, make sure you help these guys out too. There's their number. If you guys want to give them a call, if you guys know anything. Multiple 911 calls received at 725 9th Street. Yeah, I mean, really shitty photos. I don't know. These are the fucking photos, like, honestly. Alright, I got another news thing. I would hate to live in this area where this news station is. This channel looks about to be the fakest broadcast I've ever seen. It looks like they're stuck in like 1980 or 1997 here. I don't really know what's going on.
Continue investigating after a woman was injured in a shooting last night. ABC 6 News reporter Ben Henry spent the day in Mason City and brings us the latest on that investigation.
The victim is an adult woman. She was originally brought to Mercy Medical Center here, but had to be airlifted to University of Iowa hospitals for emergency treatment. Neighbors tell police that around 7 p.m. Tuesday night, multiple
woman shot.
When Mason City police arrived near 9th Street Northwest and Washington Ave, they found a woman had been shot. Police have not released the victim's name, and her condition is unknown. One neighbor says she heard arguing and then the gunshots. She mentions this is not usual for the neighborhood. Police believe this was not random.
It wasn't random. It was completely planned. Because it was a staged event. I hate this video because it like minimizes it when you go to pause it. But we're almost done. 30 seconds.
I don't think this typifies what Mason City is. It certainly is in this neighborhood, and it isn't
What?
our people here. This typifies what Mason City is. It certainly is in this neighborhood, and it isn't our people here.
So we're telling you is that it was a stage. Nothing like this typically happens. So what we're telling you here with this interview is that yeah, it was a staged event. They basically like tell on themselves and on the camera. It's funny as shit.
And us as a community, and so to that end, this is our opportunity to hold people accountable, to let the law do its job.
Police say
Yeah.
there is no threat to the public and to call them with any information for the sake of keeping the community safe and finding
This
those
website
responsible and holding
sucks.
them accountable.